All right, let's try this again. As I was saying on the my first try at this is I don't understand why I didn't update on Twitter, but whatever. The title of this should be Does It Fit? No pause. So I was scrolling as I usually do. I got 5 minutes. I was scrolling like I usually do. And I saw a clip of Kiper having Cam Ward going number one to Tennessee, but having Shador as his top quarterback. I want people to understand that it is the NFL in college, but more than NFL, it's all about fit, especially the quarterback position. At any position, really. Um, do you go to the right organization that fits your talent level? For example, for me, if I would have went to another organization than the Bears, I might not have made it my rookie year, but I might have been able to stay in the league a little longer. I think if Coach Archer would have got me at Pittsburgh, I would have played 5 years. If I would have went somewhere else, I might not have made the team. It's all about fit. Everything's about does the scheme fit your talent level? For example, Rondé Barber was in the same class as I don't think Rondé Barber was the best corner out of my class. We had Westbrook, I can't think of the other guy's name, as probably the best skill set. But Rondé Barber went to the perfect situation for him to allow him to show his best attributes, and he's a Hall of Famer. There are a lot of guys that go to NFL that are out too early because they don't go to the right team. I was with the Bears. I was really deemed, I guess, expendable when they drafted Tony Parrish. Tony Parrish went to the wrong team. Tony Parrish went to another team. Tony Parrish would have had a long, long career. The guy was extremely talented, but the scheme to me didn't match his skill set. It's like Buda Baker with Arizona. If Buda Baker went to a different organization that didn't try to put him in the best position, Buda Baker might not be what Buda Baker is now. Same thing with quarterbacks. Look, Rich Gannon is the first quarterback that in my young life that was like, he is a career backup, doesn't have the skill set, goes to the Raiders, match up with Chucky, and then he becomes a Super Bowl quarterback. You can think of the guys now. Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff. Shit, you can think of Bryce Young in the same season. All about fit and scheme. Especially on offense, do you and the quarterback, as an offensive coordinator, see the game the same way? Can we relate? Can we coexist and operate the same way in the game that the OC sees in his vision prior to the play call? Never forget, then I gotta get off here. Never forget when I was in the Rams camp when Trent Green went down and Kurt Warner. I think the best thing that happened to Kurt Warner is having Mike Martz, but also having Isaac Bruce and Isaac King and Marshall Faulk as guys to rely on. But Mike Martz was strict, and his scheme was simple in the standpoint of there was no checks. You couldn't get out of the play, run the play that's called. So then that allowed Kurt Warner the ease of mind not to have to make checks and know all the calls, know don't all that was based in the call. And that got Kurt Warner's feet wet for him to excel later on. Because I was in the camp when Trent Green went down, the morale of the team went down. But Kurt Warner came in there and took him to the Super Bowl champion. It's all about fit. Kurt Warner was able to fit Mike Martz's scheme, and Kurt Warner's history in arena football, I'm sure, helped with that because some of the things that Mike Martz did required some of those same attributes. So no matter, like it's just I just hate hearing people say such and such players are bust, such and such player suck, such and such player NFL. It has other things, attribute to certain players not being successful. And it's typically, do you fit the scheme? The first three rounds to me is drafting the best guy that fits your scheme. Then the later rounds are let's try to find the best guy available. Sometimes those guys in the 5th, 6th, 7th round fits you better. Sometimes those guys don't fit, and that's why they are moved very quickly. So fit. And that goes every position. If your team is running a 3-4 and you played a 4-3 in college and you are a 1 or a 3 tech, and now you got to be a nose or a 4-eye, totally different. Now it's a matter, can you adjust your skill set to match what that team and that scheme requires you to do at those different positions? If you are a zone corner and now you go to a team who plays all man-to-man, can you morph yourself into becoming a true man-to-man corner? That's it. Just want to come on there and tell you, because sometimes, and that's what happens at the draft, is you see a guy who's rated higher, especially when you get out of the second round, see a guy that's rated higher, but the guy below him goes in front because sometimes that guy below fits better. Even though the guy above him might have more athleticism, a higher ceiling, but the guy below him fits the scheme, fits what that either coordinator wants to run, and he sees him in his system succeeding more than a guy that slided 3, 4, 5 spots above him. All right, that's all I got for now. Tune in to Alan Cutler's show. I'll be